Okay, so I've been playing with this Wacom Companion Pro for about a week or so now, and I'm kind of getting used to it. So here is the baby itself. To set up, you just lean it back like that, open one of these thingies out, plonk it into there like that. You may not be able to see that because I'm so close in, but that should be about it. There we go. And I'm trying to stay fairly close to it because I know this is quite small. So to switch on, we just have the, hold that there for 2 seconds, bingo, up comes Wacom, and then hopefully we just kind of get there. So it's up that quickly. Open it up like that. I'm now going to avert my thingy for a moment while I just tap in my password. And hopefully we can go back again, just go enter. And there it is, it's all up. So hopefully you can see that all properly. I quite like the whizziness. I like the way it whizzes around like this. This is all very nice. I like the fact that you can press straight on something and it comes up. The one thing I'm not that keen on is that it's actually press desktop and boom, we go to the desktop, which is actually just the same as the old-fashioned way of doing things on a Windows PC. Press that there, the start button, and then comes up programs and features and stuff like that. But really they keep wanting you to go back to the start panel. Click that again, so you come back to here like that. So that's all quite kind of nice and whizzy. Again, as I was saying before, the pen is very nice as well. As you can see, it's all quite kind of classy in there like that. Very nice weight to it. Feels really nice to use. Mouse is easy to get to and stuff like that. Now I've tried a few little kind of programs, and one I've really liked, actually really enjoyed using, is one called Fresh Paint, if you can see that there, which is, I don't know who makes it actually. It was free to download, so it's brilliant. Do a new one there like that. Go to pencil, click on there like that, and then you're away in drawing basically. So you can draw the tree out the window there like that. And hopefully you can see this fairly close about how the line is drawn, but this is really lovely, really nice and kind of quick. Very miserable, horrible day out there. So again, kind of a rough idea of actually that. So very pleased with this and the way it works. So no lag there at all. So get rid of that like that. So that's quite a nice program. I like that one. Get out of it. Click there like that. It's as if the programs don't kind of turn off, which I worry about. Some of them they just seem to be just kind of running there all the time. So whether that gobbles up memory or not, I don't know. Right, okay, so let's have a look. That's Photoshop. As soon as you click Photoshop, it actually goes back to this Windows 7-y kind of screen. Then we can go File, New, okay, and again, if I just select the paintbrush there like that, there doesn't seem to be any lag in it at all. I'm not sure if you can see that okay. Hopefully you can. Not too much. Let's try something a bit more oomph to it. But no, I mean, this is nice, you know, I mean, I like this. It's not as precise around the edges. It seems to be a bit vaguer, but in the middle, exactly where you want it to be, and there doesn't seem to be any... Oh, there's a bit of lag there, look. With the fatter kind of brushes and stuff, so yeah. There's definitely lag on those fatter brushes. But it depends if you draw that quickly. I tend to actually draw a bit like this, so that doesn't really make a great deal of difference to me. Don't use Photoshop a huge amount. As I said, I'm an animator really. I don't really use it that much. So quit out of that. No, don't want to save it. New trial. So let's try Flash. I do use Flash quite a lot, but I tend to actually use it sliding symbols around and stuff like that. Up comes Flash. Let's do ActionScript 3. Trial again. Try the pen. This is very quick, you know, so there's no kind of problems with that. And really, this is probably the nicest I've ever been able to draw in Flash. I don't really like Flash very much for drawing in. I tend to draw something on a piece of paper, scan it in, draw over it, and then chop up into symbols and slide them around. That's how I tend to use Flash more. But it's still quite nice to actually be able to draw. So it would be nice to actually try doing some actual drawn animation with it, you know, even if it's just something a bit kind of rough, a bit like someone walking along. So I'll show you something like that kind of later. So again, very kind of pleased with how this is all kind of working. Now, in terms of the system with Windows, because this obviously a lot of you are probably using Macs, so you might be thinking, oh my god, I have to go and use Windows. I don't find Windows that much of a problem. I mean, I used to love XP. I've had a Mac for about 2 years, and I find them a bit awkward actually, because I'm so used to PCs. So if I select this PC, which is what we've got here, we've got our desktops, document, downloads, music, pictures, videos. So I can obviously add more to that. So that's really, I mean, you can actually go to Steve Roberts as well, which gives you all the kind of folders that you might have if you were like with a Mac, really. Bit at the side there, choose the bits like that. And then what's nice here is you've actually got this bit, the Windows Explorer bit, which gives you just that little bit more. You can open that up, so it'll open up down there like that. You can then open up desktop and download, so there's various things in there, or you can see the things here as well. So it means you can actually jump to folders much quicker here than you can with a Mac. That's always something I've liked. The other thing I do like about PCs compared to Macs is that you can cut and paste a file from one place to another, which I don't like with Macs. You tend to drag and drop things more with Macs. You tend to kind of cut and paste more with PCs, or copy and paste with PCs, you know, right click and stuff like that. So click on there like that, you can paste, you've got a new view, refresh, whatever. Actually there's no kind of cut there. Well, what you do is select it, then obviously use your keyboard. The other thing I found with this bit is that you have to press that to get the keyboard on and off. Even when you're on a website or something, you click on there, and then I expect a keyboard to jump up like on a tablet or something, but it doesn't, so you have to press that there. Whether it's because I've just got this keyboard here, if I turn that on, that's all kind of ready to go. So I've got Chrome, for example. Yeah. So it should take us straight to the Apple site. So this is what we're kind of comparing it with over radio. So if we've got store, what they're saying, GoPros on the Apple store, I don't know. But then if you want to buy a Mac, basically, in terms of pricing, I mean, this cost 1,650 quid. MacBook. So if we go to MacBook Pros, your basic 13-inch MacBook Pro is 1,900. The top of the range 13 is 1,499. But that's still only an i5 core. Can actually make it bigger. Turbo boost up to 3.1, 2.9, and then i7 up to 3.5, up to 3.5. So at 15 inches, 1,699. But again, this one's got a pretty shitty little graphics card on it. This one has a better, decent kind of graphics card on it, like that. So you're talking about the same as a, you know, a high-end 13-inch one or a low-end 50, and the 15-inch one is probably not worth buying because it has such a shitty graphics card on it. 8 gigabytes of memory, 250 gigabytes flash memory storage. So if I was just to check the, oh no, I need to do search, system. That'll give us the spec here. So we've got 1.9, presumably boosting up to 2.4, 64-bit, 8 gigabytes of memory. Not sure what else I can find on this, but that gives you a rough idea of what we've kind of got there. Yeah, so that's the kind of the spec really. So I suppose you're aiming at your bottom end 15-inch MacBook Pro, top end 13-inch MacBook Pro kind of prices. So fairly kind of competitive with something like that. Obviously, compared to a normal PC, it's bloody expensive. But I must admit, I'm very, very impressed with it, about how it works. And I do like the whizziness of it. In some ways, I wish it was actually a bit more whizzy like this, and we didn't perhaps go back to this, you know. Anyway, I loved XP. It hung around for so long. Everything that could have gone wrong with it went wrong with it. I understood it really well. Then I had a computer with Vista on, which I hated. It never worked properly. I never really liked it very much. I then went to Macs. So I've been using Macs for the last couple of years. Was never that impressed by Apple Macintoshes. I don't really understand why they're supposed to be so good. They do the job. They don't crash very much. You know, my MacBook Pro, which you can see over there, beautiful machine, but so what? You know, it does everything a PC does, but it costs almost twice as much money. So this is my first delve back into PCs, and certainly with the drawing side of it, it is fantastic. Whether it would be that useful for doing editing on, or for doing 3D or stuff like that, I don't know. Might be interesting to try Mudbox or what's the other one? ZBrush or something like that, to see how that actually works. That would be quite interesting. But yeah, on the whole, very impressed with it. So, thank you very much.